All right, welcome back to David is Goliath TV. I've got another philosophical video here. I've had a revelation today. It's really changed me. I can feel it, and it's just some wisdom I have to impart. Because if I can give you what I was able to obtain today that I didn't even know that I knew, boy, wouldn't that be great? So I was in church today, and I was listening to this sermon. This guy was saying that Jesus, speaking of forgiveness, talking about how we need to forgive one another. And I've been following the Lord for, since about 2015, 2014. And, I felt like, I forgive everyone, and everything that's ever happened to me, everybody that's ever betrayed me, even people that don't deserve it, I would say that, and I've been trying to strengthen my walk with the Lord. And recently, when I was in church today, in fact, I come to find out that I didn't forgive people. It's easy to say you forgive, but I encourage you right now to put that to the test. Go inside yourself and think about it to yourself. Is there anything that makes you angry? Anybody that's ever betrayed you that you think you forgave, but when you think about the event or what transpired, it makes you angry? Where there's smoke, there is fire. And anywhere that there is anger, there is unforgiveness. Anger is the equivalent of unforgiveness. Let me read this to you and let you understand what I now understand. This is from Matthew 18. It's the parable of the unmerciful servant. Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, "Lord, how many times shall I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus answered. He says, "I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Therefore the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had be sold to repay the debt. At this, the servant fell to his knees before him. 'Be patient with me,' he begged, 'and I will pay back everything.' The servant's master took pity on him and canceled the debt and let him go. But when that servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him just a few hundred silver coins. He grabbed him and he began to choke him, and he said, 'Pay back what you owe me,' he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, 'Be patient with me, and I will pay it back.' But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were outraged, and they went and they told their master everything that had happened. Then the master called the servants in. 'You wicked servant,' he said, 'I canceled all the debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant just as I had on you?' In anger, his master handed him over to the jailers to be tortured until he could pay back all that he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each of you unless you forgive your brother and sister from your own heart." And after hearing this in prayer in church, the room was spinning, literally. And I realized everyone I thought I forgave, that I had anger towards, everyone that had hurt me, everyone that had betrayed me, every time I had been hurt, I had anger towards it, even though I said I forgive them because I knew that's what I should do because I'm trying to follow Christ. But if you have anger towards any of that, you haven't forgiven them. And again, why? Why should Jesus forgive us if we harbor anger towards others, if we harbor unforgiveness towards others? And you can't just say you forgive somebody. It's not a decision you can make. It's an alignment problem. Like your soul has to be in alignment with that fact, that observation. And when you realize that anger is unforgiveness, you can let it go. And I literally came out of church today feeling lighter, like spiritually lighter, like I was getting flooded with everything from when I was a kid, getting pencils stolen from me in class to everything else, all the way through adulthood, and this is time to forgive. Time to forgive is now, Pray to God that he shows you how to lay it all down. And tune in for another awesome philosophical video, David is Goliath TV. Good video. Peace. Subscribe. wherever that is, up here, over there. Don't know, not sure. Good video.